I'm Joyce.
And I'm Adriel.
And we are Divinely Guided. We hope you've had a great weekend, a great week. We hope you've taken some time for yourself. We hope you've used some of the self-care tips that we've talked about along the way, and that you continue to do something that is just for you every day. So what'd you do for yourself this week?
I did meditation, and I pulled some affirmation cards. I did lots of yoga. Spent some time outdoors with my little garden.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice.
Okay. Well, those are all very good things. And what are you studying this week with your herbs?
With herbs this week, well, right now I've been really focused on tea blending.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been studying a specific herb, but more just like how to do teas well.
Okay.
Learning about the different tea bases and stuff like that.
Okay. And do you want to tell me your news about your herbs?
I can't do it as well as you could.
Oh, okay.
You did it in the first take.
Yes, we did a whole take earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, but second take.
Yeah.
So this week, Adriel is going to be the special guest
Yes.
on Let's Talk. And Let's Talk is a show that is hosted by my sister Julia on Facebook on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So put that on your calendar. And she does it every Sunday night at 7 Central Standard Time. She talks about different subject matter. But this week she will talk about herbalism and herbal medicines. And Adriel will be the special guest.
Yes.
So I'm excited for you.
Me too.
You looking forward to it?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Even though I'm a new herbalist, but you know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You still know more about herbs than most of us. So. All right. So today we will not take very long because we did about a 25-minute recording earlier
Yeah, we did.
that went bad.
Yep.
Wait, say, Adriel, it didn't go bad. You messed it up, lady. But anyway, so tonight I want to talk about a component of self-validation. And it's really about cheering for yourself, applauding yourself, stopping to recognize, acknowledge, and say good job when you make some accomplishments. So, how do you think you do when it comes to self-applause?
This is gonna feel ridiculous saying this again, but I'm gonna say it again, just like I did it last time.
Well, they didn't hear it.
They
so
didn't hear it, but
won't
you
sound
heard because
ridiculous.
it's like a conversation that we're having. So I'm gonna tell you again.
Okay.
So I said last time that I felt like I had done a very good job getting to where I don't feel like I needed anybody's validation. I didn't need anybody else to cheer for me because I validated myself. And I was saying how growing up, how it was more so, a lot of people just try to fit in. And as you get older too, I still feel like people still do that same thing. But it's just very obvious when you're in that school environment that everybody just wants to fit in. People don't feel like they have validation to be themselves. So I was saying that I've gotten past that, but I feel like the only person who I do still seek approval is you, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That you're like the only person whose approval, like I just feel like I have to have. Yeah. Like if I bought a house, I'd be like, all right, I need you to approve of every inch of this house. I want to know what you think.
No, but you don't need me to approve.
No,
of
I
it.
don't. But I'm still gonna be like, I need you to approve of this situation. Because if you tell me, then I'm gonna be like, oh, she's probably right. Like, never mind.
And I said earlier, and I'll say it again. Yes, sometimes I need to work on that. On making you feel like you need my approval. Because I don't feel like you need my approval for everything. I don't always approve of everything you do, but as I said earlier, just because I don't approve of everything doesn't mean it's wrong.
Yeah.
Some things are just not what I would have done.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we judge people according to what we would have done.
Yeah.
And what you would have done is just that. What you would have done is just not that your way is right and another person is wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I'm learning to do, is to consider other options, other opinions, other choices, because we can't get caught thinking, well, my opinion is the only right opinion, it's the valid one. The way I did it, that's the one right way. There are a lot of ways that you can do anything.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not hurting yourself or someone else, it really shouldn't matter to other people what you're doing. So I'm trying to work on that. But ultimately, I think you're a great young lady. And have I approved of every single thing you've done? No. But it's all right.
Yeah.
You can make your choices. And like I said, as long as you're not hurting you or someone else, it really shouldn't matter what I think. But anyway, one of the things I was saying, though, was I think partly because of the way we were raised, and our mom taught us to be very strong, very independent, very to walk in our own truth, to never feel that we have to cower down, as she would say, to anybody. You never have to feel inferior. Even went so far as to say, you don't even have to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, like like you subservient to people. But anyway, she taught us to feel very good about ourselves. And she supported us as long as we weren't doing something wrong. She supported us in being different. One of the things that I did share, I'll leave off some of the things I said earlier, but one of the things I'll share, was middle school when everybody had to take a cooking class. And I told them I don't want to take a cooking class. I'm not growing up to be somebody's cook. I'm not growing up to be somebody's housekeeper. I don't want to take a cooking class. And my mom stood by me with that. And she's like, Joyce doesn't want to take a cooking class. She doesn't have to take a cooking class. Find her something else to do. So I ended up in a class by myself where a teacher taught me different arts and crafts rather than the teaching class. But, the cooking class.
Yeah.
The cooking class. I will mix up some words. But anyway, so she supported us in, us being ourselves, expressing ourselves the way we wanted to, down to what we wanted to wear. And, I know one time a lady in the church was saying something about one of us had a split in our skirt. I don't know if it was Althea or Julia. And somebody made a comment, that split too high? Mom said, too high for what? Immediately. I'm like, that's her dress, that's her skirt. If she wanted to wear a skirt over a slit over her knee, that's her business. Of course, nowadays, people wear a lot less than that, or, have a split and go all the way up. But, she supported you in being yourself. And so it was easier to be a person who felt comfortable being yourself. We didn't ever feel like we had to fit in.
Yeah, I feel like you do a good job with that too, personally.
Mm-hmm. What, when it comes to you all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I've always kind of wanted you to feel comfortable being you and doing you. And my mom always kind of felt like following the crowd is what got a lot of people in trouble too.
This is true.
So she was like, don't follow the crowd. Be your own person. But it's easier to applaud yourself when you come up in that type of environment. Because it's easier for you to not depend on someone else saying what you're doing is okay or you're okay. You're supposed to feel okay within yourself. And you should applaud yourself for one of the things that they mentioned when I was looking some of this up is, so you should applaud yourself for what you have to offer the world.
Yeah.
That you should applaud yourself for your achievements, whether they are big achievements or small achievements. If you even finished a goal or accomplished a task, you should applaud yourself. You should treat yourself even sometimes for some of those things. But they say it can be very empowering. I don't know why I struggle with that word, but it helped you build a foundation for more success in the future when you applaud yourself for your accomplishments along the way. And they said include things like completing a task on time, completing a goal on time. Applaud yourself for helping a friend. Applaud yourself for eating well or taking care of yourself. You know, just it's okay to say, good job. You did a great job on that. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I was in college, one of my friends used to always get tickled because I would get dressed and, you know, put on my clothes. And when I went to college, I used to overdress for anything just because I felt like it. And I would go to class in high heels and everything, just because I felt like it. But she would always love it. She would say, "Okay, Joyce, I love it when you get dressed and you stand in that mirror and you say, 'All right, it's my world. I gotta go out and claim it.'" You know. So, and I don't say it's my world. I gotta go out and claim it. But sometimes when I feel like I like what I have on, or I like the way I've done my hair today, or I like the way I've done my face, I was like, "Girl, girl, you did that," or "You go, girl." Or sometimes when I'm really being cocky with myself, I'm like, "Girl, it doesn't even make any sense how you did that." You know, so I still cheer myself on, but you know, nobody, you know, people aren't gonna tell you. Most people aren't gonna tell you, "Girl, you did that." You know, so you're not dependent on someone else saying it.
Yeah.
So part of your self-care is to be able to tell yourself, "Good job, girl. You did that."
Yeah. And like talking about, I know in the first take you were talking about how you used to wear bright colors and stuff, but that wasn't, some people acting weird about, like, you didn't have their approval basically.
Right.
I think I can relate to that, except it's not bright colors, it's more so just, you know, sometimes I dress very interesting. Yeah. And I get looked at a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends always hype me up because they'll always be like, "I don't know how you even have the confidence to wear those shoes." Like, I've got some holographic platforms, the purple
Yes,
ones.
you do.
I will wear them, and they'll be like, "I don't know how you're even wearing those right now. I don't know how you have the confidence to wear the dress, do your makeup like that, to wear those shoes." Like, I'll do it. Like, I don't feel like I need somebody else's approval to wear like I had on the other day, that choker with the spikes on it. And I've got some matching shoes with spikes on them.
And you had a jacket with the spikes too, didn't you? Did you have a jacket that had the spikes on it?
I don't know.
Seems like you had something.
I wear it.
Or a halter top or something. But anyway, okay, I digress. But you go ahead. It'll come back to me. I'll see it in the closet.
I don't know. But like my high heels and my fishnets and like just the weird stuff that I put on sometimes.
The pink fur at the Christmas party.
It was way too hot for that, but I was like, I have to put it on. And then I had the matching pink Steve Madden boots to go with them. Yeah. I'll put it on. Like, I don't ever mind like sticking out because I don't feel like I need somebody else's approval or need to look pale or like faded or anything like that.
Right.
I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I think with the bright colors.
Yeah.
You know, it said, and I had said earlier in the first take when I messed up the film, that I liked when I was a little girl. And first going to school, I liked to wear very bright colors. A bright, not just a pale yellow, but had to be a very bright yellow, a very bright orange, or the hottest red, or the pinkest of pinks. I liked those very loud, bold colors. And as I was telling Adria earlier, my class was the first one that was integrated in Opelika city school system. That we started integrated all the way through school. So first grade, we had students who had never gone to school, you know, with kids of a different race, and we had teachers there who had never taught kids of a different race. And I had a teacher, she was a white teacher, and she was, for some reason, my bold colors made her uncomfortable. And so, as I was saying to you, she told my mother when they were doing a teacher-parent conference, "Yeah, I noticed Joyce likes to wear bold colors." And my mom said, "Yes, and," you know, like, so what? But I think it implied a boldness and a self-confidence that she wasn't comfortable with. But that was always kind of the way we were raised, to be bold, to be confident in who we were. And who we were was good enough. Because my mom was definite. Don't ever feel like you're less than anybody. You don't have to look down on yourself. You don't have to, that's why she's like, you don't have to yes ma'am, no ma'am, because you're not cowering down to anyone. You know, of course I do yes ma'am, no ma'am, just out of, and it's not, you know, just a respect thing for me. I do it. But it was one thing that she told us, you don't ever have to do that. And so, as I said earlier, a lot of people didn't like our family because we kind of had that whole personality of standing tall, standing as ourselves, and daring to be different. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So that's all we want to say to you today is applaud yourself. Say you've done a good job. Stop shrinking and stepping back into some false modesty. When you've done good with something, acknowledge it for yourself. This is good. This is really good. I showed out on that. I did a great job with that. This looks really good. I did a great meal today. Whatever it is, just be willing to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Applaud yourself. So, I got to remember to continue to do that because every once in a while I will find myself still dimming my light a little bit just to make other people a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
I catch myself doing that sometimes, and I know better. So, just walk in it. And I still like to overdress even now.
You do.
And sometimes I do it very deliberately when I'm going somewhere and I know everybody's going to turn around and look like, where are you going?
You sound like Jared.
Anywhere I want to go. Looking just like it. Jared sounds like me.
It's true.
I said to my sisters the other day, Jared is my spirit animal.
He is.
He is my spirit animal. We are. That is my spirit walking around in the flesh, that Jared Vincent.
Oh, Jared.
But so he likes to overdress too, you think?
Yes.
And it's interesting though, I've gone from all of the loud colors to wearing a whole lot of black now.
Yeah.
But it was a gradual thing. I think I did the loud colors up until probably mid-age.
When I was growing
Midlife.
up, I don't remember you ever wearing colorful stuff for real.
But see, by the time you were born, I was already middle-aged.
Yeah.
I was 34 when you were born.
Yeah. I remember specifically when you were 42 for some reason. For some reason.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was already middle-aged. And by the time I had you, I was wearing black a lot.
Yes.
That your friends thought I was gothic.
God, yeah, because you come into school in those like capes with the black heels, and because everybody else, their mom would just show up in some sneakers and some like shorts or whatever. No. Like you had those matching like suit, like the dresses that came with the matching capes, and you'd be walking and they'd be fluttering, and the heels and just the whole vibe. There was nothing casual, and this would be to just come pick us up. And one day you weren't even at work, you were at home. I specifically remember painting the walls, but you got dressed to come pick us up. You weren't even at work. And you had on a 3-piece white kind of ivory suit. I specifically remember that day. And I was like, you were at the house and you didn't even wear this to work, you just got in this to come here to get us?
I do that now when I go pick up the twins.
Oh my
I
goodness.
get up and put on my face and I put on my clothes to go pick up the twins over from the elementary school.
Yeah.
And their mom will ask me sometimes, where'd you go today? Nowhere.
Nowhere. Now, I will say sometimes I do that too. I put on a dress and you be like, you going somewhere? No. I'm just chilling.
Yeah. But anyway, I like to do that, and I get in that mirror and I give myself some applause, like, you go, girl. Or yes. Or it doesn't make any sense for an old lady to look like that today. But anyway, so I'm working on applauding myself. You work on applauding yourself. Stand up in it. When you've done something good, you clap your hands, you say good job, and you keep on pressing. And no, you don't have to be like anybody else. You can be you just because that's how you're feeling today. Yes? So we went around the world a little bit, but ultimately, self-applause. Don't look for validation from somewhere else. The most important approval always comes from within. Yes. And you are more than good enough. Yeah? Yeah. All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't either. So we will just say, take some time to take care of yourself this week. Why?
Because you deserve it.
Absolutely. Good night.
Good night.